Jeep Grand Cherokee. It's a 2014 diesel. There's an issue with the headlights and the signal lights. And previously he was talking about the wipers. They go on and off on their own, and sometimes they stop. The headlights, you'll be driving and suddenly they shut off. Sometimes one shut off, sometimes the driver's side, then it moved to the passenger side, the turn signal, turn on, turn off. So when the car came here, everything is working. I just like, you know, and it's very hard sometimes when you work on a car and it gets to your shop and you don't even see the problem. You can't diagnose it 100%. Yes, you could pull some codes and trying to find out what is the issue. I learned 30 years ago there's something called the wiggle test, and that's even before you start to do anything. You could just pull some codes and you start to figure out what's going on. And when the car comes to the shop and there is no issue, very much you're dealing with a ghost. Sometimes he's in, sometimes he's out. I mean, I don't know what to think of that, but anyway, make story short, the fuse box used to be here on the passenger side. So I pulled it out on those harnesses here on this side, on the farther right of the vehicle. Okay, so in some cases when I move these, like slightly moving, you have to be very specific. You have to make a specific move, and then you notice the light start to act. Okay, signal or the headlight. So that shows me there is a bad connection somewhere or a broken pin, whatever is the story is. But the problem is you have to really dismantle this. I'm gonna show you in a minute the fuse box. You have to take it apart. And in many cases they call this Tipm, totally integrated power module, if I'm right. So I took this whole thing apart, brought it on the bench, and I'm gonna show you what I found inside the fuse box. This is expensive, it's not cheap, especially on this diesel model. It's about, I think, $600-700, I'm not sure if I remember. But it could be fixed without replacing the whole module. So that's what I'm gonna do, most likely. Let's go to the bench and I'll show you what I found in there. So this is very much the fuse box. I already took it apart. You really have to be careful how to remove this, if this is the case you want to go. This one here, where this goes on the top of this one here, the opposite this way. So you see a bunch of relays inside, and this goes here, and this is very much sinking in here. I took it completely apart. Just notice here, if you have a smaller drill, as you can see here, you could just drill this hole. There's a little plastic pin here that holds these together. So you could just drill it slightly, this one, and the other hole is right here. Okay, just to make it easy to come off. And then on these two here, there's a little locks on the sides. They're right here. There is a special tool for this, or if you could make your own. You could see these pins here. They're holding this inside this box right here. And the back of this, you could see there's an insert. You could insert a little metal here on each one of those slots, and to make your life easier to separate these two. All right. However, I didn't use any metal. I used screwdriver, but I was careful. I was able to pry from here and here. It was very hard, but I got them. And probably you need two people to do this. Okay. So anyway, I got it all off. I removed all the fuses completely out. This way, I want to inspect all these pins. Anyway, I did inspect them. I'm just gonna show you what I found out here. I checked all these pins here completely. I was looking at the solders here, but I focused most likely on the problem where it was. So let me just use my camera instead. I'm gonna use this. So the problem was on this side of the fuse box, this one right here. All right, so that's the pin, the harness I was showing you was going in here and here. When I moved it, that's where the issue was. All right, so let me show you with my camera, my other magnifying camera, to see what I found out while I was inspecting this. Before I show you the camera, I want to just make sure you understand something here. When I pulled the codes, I notice, let me just move my scanner away from these lights. Okay, so here I have this exterior lighting power supply. It says open, and also here it says exterior lighting power supply on input 1, also open. That's 2, and this is 1. And also ground short. See, also it says wiper on, off, control circuit short or open. But the thing is, all of them shows as stored, not present, or not active code. It's just like in the bus. So that means it comes and goes. It's not always there. So now when you see them stored, when I check the car, it's not showing anything. But in the past, it was showing that there's open circuit in the power supply. All right, so I want to focus on the power supply to those components. Also, ignition run. If I ignore this, ignore ignition run. I'm gonna ignore this. Right front lamp control circuit short, also open. This is another thing here. These open circuits, it shows that there's maybe some pins that sometimes it deliver power, sometimes it doesn't, as you can see. All right, so let's go back on the other scanner and try to view it on the camera, see what I found out. Okay, so this is the one that has the issue. I believe it's on this side. Let me put my camera on and show you what is the issue is. All right, let's focus on this pin here. This is the power supply, one of the power supplies. As you can see, you see the crack here? There's a crack right here. That's one. And then we're gonna move to the other one that's very hard even to, let's just go this side. There's another one right here. See it? So that's what was causing all this issue. This wide one is a power supply. Alright, so that's it. Sometimes it gives power, sometimes it doesn't. And here's the other one. Right there. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna solder this and solder this, and of course I did inspect all of them. They look good. It looks like with time, with the heat, it melts that solder and it separated it from the circuit board. So this is very much the problem is. You could buy the whole thing, make your life easier. You don't have to go now figure out to put all these fuses back. Let me just turn my thing off here. Alright, so now like I said, this is the one right here, and this is the other one right here. If you can see it right there. These have a problem in the solder, so I have to weld both of them, and I'm gonna inspect again and again the rest of this stuff. It's a lot of them, to make sure none of them have weak solder or bad. I was noticing also on a resistor here. I already cleaned it. It was a lot of right here. It was a lot of dust, or I don't know where it came from. Maybe from the road. I cleaned it very well. It wasn't like this. They were covered. I can't even see them. I tested those resistors, including this one right here. They look good. They have reading. They have no issues. So that's very much it. Okay, so I just have to deal with these fuses, put them back together, trying to save the customer as much money as possible. Of course, easier just to buy another one. They have them used. I don't want to buy used, and they have them new. It's about $600-700. This particular model. Some of them they look alike, but they're cheaper. They're like $300, $250, I think, but they're not the same. They look the same, but they're not the same. So you have to make sure the same exact part number fit that diesel. So this is very much it. So this is the issue right here, and that will should fix the lighting issue that this vehicle has. Right, I hope this video was helpful, and that's pretty much it. I hope I didn't forget anything else to say. So again, these codes, like I explained before, gives me a like confirmation that there is a power supply issue, and it's within this piece right here. On Jeep Cherokee, I just want to make sure, note this thing. Usually there are a lot of problems with the combination switch, the one controls the headlight, controls the signal lights, and I think the wipers, if I remember, on the steering column. But you have to remove the airbag to get to that. That's another issue. I did fix a car before where the issue was inside the steering column. I had to remove the whole combination switch to fix the issue. But on this particular vehicle, this is the problem. All right, make sure you don't break it. You see it, I got it nice open, and I showed you where all the stuff holding, and this will come out. Probably need two guys to be able to just to pull it out, unless you have a slider, metal brackets. You could go through these slots, put in there and just pull it, separate from each other. That's it. Thank you for watching.